And now, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the spokes black woman for Black People Everywhere. Give a big round of applause for Miss Alyssa McConte.
We stand with the people who work at our studio. We stand with a more diverse industry. We support the concept of a more diverse industry, telling more diverse stories. There's plenty of games out there for you to buy. If you don't like this, don't buy it.
Oof. Wow. If that was any hotter, I could have lit it with a match. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the following idiot that you see in the center of this Gaming While Black video, not to be confused with the documentary from Black Sparrow Media called Gaming While Black, or if you're Mexican, I guess Gaming While I'm a Spick. Yes, I've stole that joke from Hypnotic, but I thought it was so funny, I would include it in my own video. Now, you might be wondering, Jace, what is this chick with the ridiculous bun hairstyle has to do with today's video? She is the community manager for Compulsion Games. Compulsion Games are the same people who have teamed up with Sweet Baby Inc. to give you South of Midnight, y'all. And this is an excerpt from a title called Progressing as Black Women in Gaming, and Pika Chulita is the bunhead in the middle. That's the alias she uses on social media, because again, folks, when it's about black women who are ostracized from gaming, apparently they have the need and the urge to sit down and tell the whole public why this is an important message to bang home about. And by the way, look at the book they're reading in the middle, Afro Surf, whatever that is. And by the way, folks, you have got to check out the likes to dislikes on this video. It is absolutely hysterical. 103 upvotes, 277, including mine, downvotes. Let's hear this quick piece of garbage of what they're saying here.
Round of applause for that.
Yeah, round of applause.
Tell us
Yeah,
a little
love
bit
it.
more about it. How did you get into it?
The Doritos Solid Black Initiative was actually launched last year. So this is their sophomore year in doing it. And essentially what it is, I mean, they choose people that they feel are driving change and impact through, you know, changing culture and activism within their own communities. Doritos/PepsiCo is, you know, really wanting to like make that impact within the black community, because that's, I mean, that's kind of one of those things that we've seen the last couple of years, is we've seen these companies that are, you know, wanting to, you know, support the black community, but are not actually pulling their weight and are.
Oh, whoa. Well, pulling your weight. Well, from where I'm sitting live, you probably need to lose some weight at this stage. I'm not kidding, folks. This is absolutely another virtue signal. And I'm not surprised it has gotten down to me, a man of color, even though I've never looked at myself in that way. In fact, the reason why I get on with many people, because they accept me for who I am. But when you get the crybabies like Pikachu Lita, who, by the way, when I get into this video, they are so butthurt by the reaction for the tepid gameplay regarding South of Midnight. I've covered this game before on my channel. I had warning signs about it even before the Xbox showcase last June or July in 2024. So without further ado, folks, I might talk myself into exhaustion with this today's episode, but honestly, what I've seen is so glorious. It's the beginning of the week. It is the 6th of January, which for some people in America is quite an infamous day for so many different reasons.
I got to know.
The following program contains naughty bits. But before each naughty bit comes on the screen, you'll hear this warning sound. Woke! Woke! Hotter than this! And more exciting than this.
That is outrageous.
Sexualized her completely, basically.
That's so not on.
Thames Television brings you
Come on your face cleanses you of wokeness.
Now, these are screenshots of Katie Liberate, otherwise known as Pikachu, where she says that she hates white and Asian people. In other words, if you're white adjacent, I hate your guts. I hate you, I hate you. And funny, looking at her, doesn't she look mixed race to you? I'm sure she's half mochaccino, right? She's white and she's dark chocolate mushed together. I'm pretty sure she is, but she has a commonality with Kim Belair from Sweet Baby Across the Waters in Canada. You know, the Kim Belair who has a dog called Grey Boy, which is another racist term for a white person. And the funny thing is, the commonality she shares with Kim is that they're both mixed heritage women. So what is the deal with chicks who think they are more black than white, but they hate the fact they've got white DNA in them now? Does that threaten their survival when they have babies of their own for the human race? So this is the original version of the character. I think her name is Hannah Autumn, I believe her name is. That's the new race swap thanks to Sweet Baby Inc. And as we carry on, here's the tipping gameplay. Look at this. This is wonderful. In 480p resolution, folks. So she's running around, she's skipping, and what? What's meant to be happening next? There's more fun when you play the Uncharted games where Sully and Drake are walking and talking and having a good old laugh. Even when you're Drake by himself, it's a lot more awesome just to do it because you want to be this guy. You want to be in his Timberland shoes, don't you? That is it. All 29 seconds of absolute boredom, I'd rather sit here and do flaccid farts all day long and sniff myself to sleep. And all a fella says is pretty fly for a white guy. Dun, 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 dun. So only 13,000 followers, 152 on the wish lists. And it's not boding well, is it? And I cannot wait for this absolute mess of a game to be released. So on the 1st of January, folks, of this year, because why would I be mentioning last year in that remorsing statement, Compulsion Games uploaded this image here, and it's so funny what they actually expect you, the gamer, to do. So Happy New Year, y'all. South of Midnight releasing this year. Again, that's so funny because when you look up a release date for this game, they can't give you one. It's going to be when there's no strong AAA or AA title that's going to be released on that day, and that gets more momentum, leaving this particular game, South of Midnight, back at the starting block. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for a way to release this game where there's no competitors and they're going to say, look, y'all, it did really well. No, it's not. It's not going to do that. But apparently, if you're looking for your next cosplay idea, then maybe you can dress as Flood. Hazel Flood. Now, I called her Hannah before because, again, this character sticks in my mind like a tick to dog shit. So, again, they expect you to look at this 3D design and like, y'all, listen, I know black girls in the ghetto who just dress like that every single day. They don't need to cosplay as this character. Who on earth is going to dress up like this, go to a Comic-Con, and people are expect to say, oh my God, y'all, you are Hazel Flood from that South of Midnight game. I love your outfit. Can I get a picture taken with you? Give me a effing break, man. And look what somebody says here, Banda Hall. Who wants to cosplay as an average NPC looking character? There is nothing special about her, as it's a bland, uninspiring design. I hate gamers, and you go full swing DEI. It's more than enough to have people avoid this slop. Good luck. Hope it lasts as long as Concord. You may get the message by then. Fantastic. I mean, what a way to tell them, right? And look at this god-awful design again. Again, nothing about the character's color. It's more to do with the fact that she's basically a tokenized version of the original version of Miss Hazel Flood, right? But then again, when you see this design, you just know it's there for a bloody reason. Compare this to this, Mecha Break, which, by the way, might have their own troubles at the moment, because there was a questionnaire that's been sent out that if you want to play test Mecha Break, there are like categories you got to complete, and one of them is non-binary. A Chinese firm asking, I don't even think it's actually the people behind Mecha Break. I think it's an independent marketing firm that are doing that, but it's so strange. But again, I digress, folks. Have a look at these lovely boobies and big eyes and thighs of all these designs. That's what I want to see to inspire me. That's what women should look at and think, you know what? I'm going to cosplay the shit out of this and get men to buy me drinks all day long. Now again, folks, as I've said to you before, when I highlight these morons on social media, do not go after them. Don't even tag me. Well, tag me if you see anything ridiculous about them. But this is Pikachu Lita's Instagram account, and in fact, if you go to the main page itself, which should be right here, I mean, this is what she likes to do. She posts these type of images, and is that meant to be George Floyd on her arm? Maybe that's her dad, but from a distance it looks like GF. And, you know, on first appearance, you might think she's quite a nice looking chick, but she's got a horrible nose ring. And my mum, bless her heart, has always had a disdain for women who wear nose jewelry. So I guess if I show this to my mum, she'll be wondering what the fuck is going on there. And believe it or not, she's married to who I consider a handsome guy. But if he finds a tub of leftovers as ideal wifey material, then good for him, I suppose. And if you just carry on further, she likes to show lots of flesh off. I don't know why. Just put your clothes back on, love. I have more fun looking through a digital AI magazine full of hot, salacious babes than what she pertains to be. And she just looks insufferable, doesn't she? What does her bio say? She's a digital creator. Well, so am I, love. And she is a BIPAN history alumni. And she's a womanist. Well, like we had any doubt whatsoever what her gender is, or maybe was. And who follows her? Black Girl Gamers and the other numpty that's called Sunpie. She really is just like 3 short of a 6-pack. She absolutely is. This post gets better and better as my thoughts get darker and darker. So apparently Dolly Parton has now become black. Black Dolly. Say what you want about that statement. Say hello to Jolene, 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 Jolene. Once a famous country and western singer and now head of the local ministry. She's a warm-hearted preacher called Jolene, and she's admired and respected by the community and is eager and willing to provide support to the people of Prospero in the wake of the hurricane, y'all. That's meant to be a black Dolly Parton. I'm pretty sure that's what it's leaning on. Otherwise, why would they echo the lyrics of that famous country song? Honestly, I am absolutely about to collapse on the floor, but I can't because my DVD copy of Twin Peaks, the Gold Edition, is arriving very soon.
Would you like some pie?
Massive quantities and a glass of water, sweetheart. My socks are on fire.
Ah, that's much better, isn't it? So what are your thoughts? What are your feelings? Compulsion Games and that South of Midnight, Sweet Baby Inc. infected game, it is doomed. It is going to be joining the landfill heaven along with Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, also Foreskin, or as you know it, Forspoken, and Unknown 9, ridiculous title, where the poor leading actress of that one, Anya Chalotra, was actually, I think she was the only one who got away scot-free almost without being lambasted online. Yes, there was definitely some virtue signaling going on with her, how she was cast for the role and why she accepted this video game. And I've got a message for you budding thespians out there who want to become a voice actor in a video game. And you know, actors and actresses, they aren't the brightest bunch, are they? But if your agent comes beckoning to you with the dream role in a video game, Don't stop and say to yourself, have you got any political leanings? Is it too far gone down the pigeonhole? No, just accept the role, play to the best of your ability, and if it sells gangbusters, take the paycheck and move on with the next video game that you want to be a part of. Not because it pushes a political agenda, which video games should not be doing in the first place. They are called escapism for that very reason. You want to escape the real world. And on that one, folks, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a like. Make sure you watch the AI short film I made last night that was 53 seconds long, which stars a very busty AI creation of mine of Jill Valentine from the 1980s and the great Canadian himself, Nielsen, Leslie Nielsen. And on that one, I'll catch you catching me catching you for the return of the next video.
Especially as, you know, marginalized individuals, we have to tone down parts of our identity or tone down who we are to be palatable, to, you know, be marketable. We can be successful while still being unapologetically us, being unapologetically Black.
Tune in next time, Space Freaks, and hear your doobry go ping in the next gripping installment of
Kung Fu Hot Dog.